In 2009, this red stick of Old Spice was a relic. It was the scent of medicine chests and nursing homes, a 70-year-old brand that young men actively avoided because it smelled like their grandfather. At the same time, Axe had captured the young male demographic. They held the market with a total numerical advantage. Axe flooded the airwaves with juvenile fantasies, promising that a few sprays would immediately attract women. Old Spice was reduced to shelf furniture, present, ignored, and fading into irrelevance. This created a specific tension for the marketing team at Procter Gamble. They had to figure out how to make a brand that young men found repulsive, attractive again, without changing a single ingredient in the soap. Solving that problem required a total strategic inversion. Since young men weren't listening, the brand stopped talking to them and found an entirely different audience. The agency Whedon plus Kennedy looked past the brand's image and found a breakthrough hidden in the consumer data. This visualization shows women were actually the primary buyers of men's body wash, making up roughly 60% of all purchases. While competitors shouted at men, no one talked to the person in the aisle with the wallet. So the team wrote a commercial explicitly addressed to those female purchasers, bypassing the male user entirely, opening with, "Hello, ladies." The brand took the risk of changing who it was talking to after 7 decades. They realized that the person using the soap and the person buying the soap didn't have to be the same person. This logic took the form of Isaiah Mustafa, a former NFL player delivering an absurdly confident, rapid-fire monologue as the world transformed around him. The production relied on extreme physical craft. Instead of using CGI, the crew used elaborate mechanics and continuous takes. A physical bathroom wall would drop away to reveal a sailboat deck, requiring dozens of attempts to time the transitions perfectly. The tone carved out a new space for the brand. It wasn't hyper-serious, and it wasn't juvenile. It was a self-aware wink at the entire genre of masculine advertising. To launch it, they avoided the traditional route of buying expensive airtime and focused on timing the digital release to mirror massive cultural conversations. They released the video online in February 2010, timing it to piggyback off the Super Bowl conversation. They captured the attention of the biggest advertising event of the year without paying for a single television broadcast slot. By borrowing the moment rather than buying it, they achieved peak visibility through tactical timing rather than a massive media spend. In July 2010, the brand launched a sequel that moved beyond the single ad and into a real-time engagement strategy. This timeline tracks a grueling 48-hour production sprint. The team wrote, filmed, and published 186 personalized video replies to comments coming in from across the internet. Mustafa stayed in character to answer everyone from celebrities like Ellen DeGeneres to completely anonymous fans on social media, treating every interaction with the same level of commitment. This high-speed, two-way interaction established the mechanics of real-time brand engagement a full decade before it became a standard industry practice. This operational engine ensured the initial viral success didn't fade, turning a single hit into a continuous conversation. The results were immediate. Sales of the body wash jumped over 100% within months, and Old Spice successfully claimed the #1 market spot in America. The campaign swept the industry's top awards, including the Grand Prix at Cannes and an Emmy for Outstanding Commercial.
You can see the influence of this approach in the generation of startups that followed. Companies like Dollar Shave Club used this exact template of self-aware, direct-address marketing to launch their own brands years later. The core logic of the campaign remains a standard for the industry. Find the actual buyer in the data, prioritize high-level physical craft, and use timing to capture attention you didn't have to pay for. Old Spice's comeback didn't happen because of a single joke. It happened because they combined precise data insights with an intense production engine and had the courage to turn a broadcast into a conversation.